So it's no secret that strength is important for judo, but how can we build this strength? And not just raw strength like a powerlifter has, but functional strength that's going to help us stabilize and execute on these very precise throws. So let's look at a few of my favorite lifts for judo. Starting off, we have my all-time favorite exercise, Bulgarian split squats. Now, I'd probably recommend this to any athlete, to be fair, but I think it's especially important for judoka because we're so often on one leg. This is going to help us build power, stability, and balance on one leg, which is going to be very helpful for judo. It's great for building the glutes and the quads, these pushing muscles that generate a lot of the power that we use in judo, and it has the added benefit that we're holding dumbbells in each hand. So we're getting a bit of a grip strength workout. We're also working our core to help stabilize us, keep us nice and upright while our legs are bending, which is sort of a staple of a lot of the throws. So, all in all, I love this exercise, especially for judo. In between my sets of Bulgarian split squats, I'll do what I call functional squats, meaning that I don't really worry about driving through my heels. I'm staying on the balls of my feet. I'm getting extra deep, trying to feel that stretch in my quads and in my glutes, and then I'm sort of exploding upwards. I think this is great for building that muscular endurance because during a judo match or even a BJJ match, you're not getting long periods of rest. You're sort of in this state of constant tension with short bouts of explosive power, and I think that supersetting these leg exercises helps build that endurance. Next up, we have yet another one of my favorite lifts, the Romanian deadlift, and specifically the single leg variation. So again, working on one leg, we're building all those tiny muscles that we're not using when we have both feet underneath us. It's going to give us power on our throws. Think Uchimata, Harai Goshi, Osotogari, all these throws we execute on one leg. And it's also great for defense. So when you're being attacked and you're off balance, being able to catch yourself and to counter your opponent, I think it's really important to build this balance and build this power on one leg. While the split squats work the quads, here we're working on our posterior chain, so our glutes, our hamstrings, our erectors, everything that's behind us to generate power. Next up, we have the seated cable row, one-arm cable rows, and I think it's a bit of a no-brainer how this fits into a judo training program. You can see it's very similar to a lot of the pulls we get to generate kazushi or to break balance. And, at the risk of sounding like a broken record, we're working both sides individually, unilaterally. So I think that this is great because as a good judoka, you should really be throwing on both sides. You don't know which side you're going to have to pull with. You don't want to create lots of imbalances. And this will help us strengthen our back. Notice that I'm taking nice, long, controlled reps. These are going to help us stay strong in these extended ranges of motion. It's also going to help us with endurance. Lastly, we have the dumbbell bench press. Now, this kind of completes working our whole body. So we started off with the quads, then we did posterior chain, then we did back. But even more important than the pushing strength it's going to build, which will sometimes be helpful in judo, is the injury prevention from this exercise. So sometimes the weights are going to get away from you a little bit. It's going to move through this huge range of motion, and your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders are going to be making these tiny adjustments during your reps to help stabilize the weight. And I really think that's a reason why my upper body has stayed so injury free through judo, at least in part, is because of this exercise. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. Also, I might make another video similar to this. I feel like there's more lifts than I could capture in a single video. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. Stay strong and stay healthy.